Hey guys, Ethan here from Mitten Equipment. As someone who buys and sells tractors, I do quite a bit of trailering. This is my trailer I purchased over the summer of 2021. It's a H&H tilt deck trailer. They called it a speed loader. It's a 20-foot deck. Trailer weighs about a little under 2,000 pounds empty. I got the matching H&H toolbox for this side. They sold it to me at cost because they weren't able to sell it because they are a pretty expensive toolbox, but I knew I wanted the big box. So my dad has the same exact trailer and he has an aftermarket box on it, and sometimes it can be a little bit small, so I have a bunch of 2x4s in here. I like to be able to put these on the deck when I have attachments and stuff, like especially rototillers. They can really dig up a deck if you don't put anything under them. So I always use these blocks. It's easier to put them down than replace the deck on this all the time. So I've also started to use these NTK Fabworks stake pocket D-rings. These are the 1/2-inch ones. They also make a larger version, but for what I'm hauling around, these are just fine. And I've actually really liked these. It's a little bit weird. The stake pockets on these trailers aren't a standard depth like this direction, but what that allows me to do is pull the stake pocket up higher and keep the straps off of this part of the trailer so they don't gouge into the trailer. Let me see what else here. So I buy all these heavy straps from Vulcan. The brand is Vulcan, I guess. If you want these Vulcan straps, these are excellent straps. I think they're 2-inch, 3,300 pound rated, and I put a strap on each corner of the tractor, so you essentially have 12,000 pounds of rated capacity holding down a tractor that's maybe 5,000 pounds, definitely lighter than that. So anyways, if you're shopping for these straps, buy them at Truck and Tow. The straps I use on the tractor I get with the safety hooks, so if things do loosen up, the straps don't fall off. You don't have to worry about it. They'll just be loose. You can stop and tighten them up. I have some of these straps here with the regular hooks for like attachments and such. And these, I don't know what you call them, but these tie straps, you can get them at Harbor Freight. They just have the plastic ball and then you hook them over themselves. So I got a 10-pack of those, and I put 10 straps in this box. I'm working on the 10th one now. So each strap in here I have tied up like this so that they're not all in here being a mess, I guess. So then there's 10 straps, there's 10 of those. You put them away like that and you can take them out. And then these also work for your extra, like the tail of these straps. Once you ratchet them tight, you can fold them over each other and then wrap the strap with those, and they actually work really good. I wasn't super confident that they would hold the strap in the wind, but they do, and it's nice and easy. I also have these kind of like the string bags. So this bag is just ratchet straps with my regular hooks in them. This bag down here, so I do have 4 of these. They work great. I'm really happy I bought them. So this bag, I have some of these ratchet straps, and all these are just like these, except for you can loop them back to each other, and they have their own hook on it for a loop, I'd say. So instead of using like an axle strap like this, those straps actually have the safety hook on the end that you can hook it back into itself. So those are pretty cool. I only have 2 of those because I don't use them a lot. They work great for the front end of a Kubota BX, but other than that, I don't really use them a whole lot, so I put them in their own bag. So this bag is the ratchet straps with the axle strap built in, and then I have 4 of these long axle straps in there, and then 4 short axle straps. So this bag. Not is going to be less commonly used things, but it is. I'm just trying to kind of make this to where I know where things are and organize it, because when you just throw all the straps in here, they don't all fit. So if I organize it a little bit, it'll make my life easier. Okay, and then the last tip I have for you guys is that working with tractors, I have had some extra hydraulic hose protection left. So I bought this to put on John Deere 1 Series tractors. If you've ever seen how the hydraulic hoses are routed for the steering, sometimes they wear on each other, and so I like to put that protective wrap on them so that it stops the wear and they don't end up destroying those hoses. So what you can do here is use this the hydraulic hose protector. Get the 2-inch size if you have 2-inch straps, and then you can put it, take your strap out of the ratchet, and then you can put it right on your strap. So in the past, on sharp parts of the sharp objects that you got to wrap around with the strap, we'll put a piece of cardboard, and that works. But as luck would have it, this hauling stuff usually happens in the rain. Seems to work out that way. So they kind of deteriorate, and then they're also hard if you're just by yourself to hold the cardboard and tighten the straps. So this hydraulic hose protection works really good on these straps, and then you can position it back and forth however it's easy to do as one person. And I did have it on these small straps, but I'm replacing all of these little straps in my toolbox with these straps with these regular hooks on them. So all in all, I'm going to end up with 10 ratchet straps, and I guess I'll have 8 of those axle straps. I don't probably need all 8 of those axle straps, but it's good to have all that stuff when you need it, because sometimes you end up with tractors having a ridiculous amount of straps on them just because you got attachments and all this crap. So probably overkill for someone who needs to do this a couple times a year, if that's you. But for me, this is happening multiple times every month, if not multiple times within a week. So I was pretty impressed with how many of these Vulcan straps I could buy for about $250. And then I think I spent, I think it was $100 for all of these stake pocket D-rings. But I wanted something that was heavy like these are. These are really nice, well built. A lot of the ones that you can find on like e-trailer and stuff like that, they just don't look very well built. And even though a lot of the stuff that I am hauling is less than 5,000 pounds, I just like to have confidence in that stuff. I don't want this to be the weak point of the whole system, so I spent the money on it. Buy once, cry once. Looking back, I probably should have paid to have them powder coated, but at the time I was thinking I would just paint them, and then the weather kind of turned cold, and now it's not painting weather. So this is a really nice trailer though. I'm happy with the purchase. It cost me about $10,500 with the toolbox and sales tax, but it is a power tilt trailer with a hydraulic pump on it. I did notice the boards have a lot of gap in them, even compared to my dad's trailer, which is a little bit older. And I don't know, it's a really nice trailer. The fenders come off so you can load like pallets on, and you can even sometimes I tilt the trailer and load stuff without it hooked to anything, which is okay because the hydraulics hold it in position, so it's not gonna cause an accident or anything like that. But yeah, so I just thought I'd put this out here for some of you guys. I've learned a lot about hauling equipment and organizing straps, and I guess what straps I like and what ones I don't. These ones, the safety hooks are great, and just know that you can't just hook them onto a stake pocket. You either got to put an axle strap through there to hook it on, or you need to have a trailer with D-rings, or like me, the stake pocket D-rings. I don't have any D-rings along the trailer. Would be nice, but alright, anyways guys, that's enough talking for today. Let me know if you got any comments, questions, concerns, spare tire mount ideas. I'm thinking about just putting it under the deck. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.